Welcome to Chance Die, a World of Darkness podcast. Before we jump into this episode, we have a few reminders to share. This is created for adult audiences only. We advise listener and reader discretion for graphic depictions of violence, assault, death, trauma, existential struggle, and adult language. These themes may be a lot at some points, so if you need a breather, take a break or come back later.
Meet at address 10125 Dark Pine Road. First room to the right, upstairs. Wear your best.
Transition.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tristan, and I'm your storyteller for some reason.
What is up?
Yay!
All right. So we are going to be doing a little bit of a one-shot between Season 1 and Season 2. I'm going to have our players do a quick introduction, and then they're going to truly introduce themselves in the game. So, if we want to start off with Mark.
Hi, my name is Mark, and I shall be playing Illuvius von Everhair. I misspelled or mispronounced my own name. Let me try that again.
Yeah!
Hi, my name is Mark, and I will be playing Illuvius von Eberhair.
Eberhair, not Everhair?
Yes.
I was thinking he had like really long hair.
Well, he does.
never balds.
He does.
Mark, I want you to know I'm still keeping in that first one.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm Jessica, and I'm not the storyteller. Ayo. I'm playing Becky.
I am Gabby, and I am playing Jerry with a G.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
Thank you for clarifying. Hi, I'm Creed, and I'll be playing Colton.
Alrighty. Well, each of you, within your different clans, have received a missive from your prince. Now, for those of you who don't really know about a whole lot about vampires, each kind of clan is run by a prince. Princes are incredibly powerful. They're generally the strongest. They fight their way to the top. But each of you are not the prince, but have been sent a missive directly from the prince's courier, who answers only to the prince. In a nice velvety black card with gold trim, it says, well, what those heard in the intro, as you all read 10125 Dark Pine Road, the first room to the right upstairs, wear your best. Each of you taking a vehicle or however you decide to get there. As you pull into this location, not truly knowing what to expect, in front of you, you see a mansion. In the middle of an isolated woods with very nice looking cars in front of it and what appears to be a house party going on with lots of people in very, very expensive looking suits making their way in. The first to arrive, actually everybody roll a d10 for me. Tell me who gets the highest.
9.
8.
4.
4.
All right, Mark, you are the first to arrive. Do you head straight up to the room? How are you entering this party? What vehicle are you arriving in? How do you imagine Elvuvius would show up?
Illuvius arrives riding his Honda Shadow.
Oh, his Honda Shadow?
Which is a motorcycle.
Okay.
A vampire in a Honda.
Bad.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Shadow on the shadow.
Shadow.
All right,
It
all right.
seemed fitting.
Because we're vampires.
We're vampires, Mom.
Anyways, he gets off of his Honda.
As you make your way into the house, I don't know if you're going there directly, but when you do breach the front doors, you do see a mingling of house guests. And immediately as you enter, you see a butler there offering you some champagne.
Okay, sure, yeah. So I grab my stuff and hop off the bike and head to the front door. And when he offers me a champagne, I kind of stare at him a little bit and kind of size him up a bit. I mean, does this person appear to be human?
Make an investigation. Well, actually, you're supernatural enough. You've been around humans long enough. Yes, he is entirely human.
Fantastic. How about the general makeup of the room?
That I'm going to ask for a perception check.
I would be happy to. That is 2 successes.
The most you can tell is there's a mix.
Okay.
There are some powerful entities here, and there's a lot of humans.
All right, I accept the champagne, but I don't drink it. I just walk around holding it.
Okay. Next to arrive is Becky. How does Becky show up?
Becky is definitely dropped off by a friend, and she awkwardly waves with a nervous smile, and then she tugs down. She's got this feminine tuxedo outfit that she tugs down, and she takes a deep breath, smiles, and heads inside.
Same visage. You see a butler there with a champagne, a tray of champagne waiting, whether you take it or not. Do you meander the party or do you go straight up to the room?
Well, I take the champagne and then we can't drink it. So I just smell it a lot. So she has this little box with her in addition to her bag. And she clutches the box as she beams and just hi, how is it? And
Absolutely.
offering people cookies out of this box that she brought.
Make sure, sweetheart, that you're speaking into the microphone. You are looking
Okay.
at him a lot while talking.
I know, I like
It's
looking
difficult,
at
isn't
people.
it? As you're offering cookies and huffing champagne, next to arrive, re-roll both of you again.
1
4.
All right, Jerry shows up next.
with a G.
Jerry with a G. Sorry, I apologize. Gary, wait.
No, it's
Good Jerry.
How does Jerry arrive?
Jerry. So glad you asked. Arrives in a luxury sports vehicle. He is not driving it, of course. He is in the back seat and he waits for his chauffeur to get out and open the door for him. He steps out with a cane and a sharp-looking suit, but it's kind of historic looking. It is almost like a long coat going down to his ankles, and it is lined with gold. If you were to look at an old portrait of Charlemagne or something.
Okay.
Yeah. And he walks in smoothly with his cane, and he takes a thing of champagne, and he kind of when no one is looking, dumps it out a little bit to make it look like he's been drinking it.
All right.
And then he wants to immediately start looking around to see if he recognizes anyone.
Ooh, make a perception check for me.
Yes, sir.
Great.
1.
The microphone's picking that up. I'm not trying to call you out for whatever it is fun you're having under there, but
I got the 1.
No, there's a lot of people here who seem to hold themselves with some esteem. You do notice that there are a mix of supernaturals and humans here. You do get a few tinglings of high power here, but anyone specific is not made themselves either shown to you or you're just not catching them.
The
right
bar was in hell if I got all that with a 1 success.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
And last to arrive is Colton. How does Colton arrive?
Colton arrives in a white, beat-up mom van. He's obviously not driving. He would never think of such a thing. He's waiting in the back seat for his chauffeur to open the door. And as a very pale woman steps out and kind of zombily walks to open the back door, you see a little boy dressed in, imagine Sunday best. He's got a polo shirt on that's a little too big for him, and he's wearing khaki shorts and beat up tennis shoes, and he's watching his iPad.
He's an iPad.
Oh, God.
Absolutely, he is.
So he's got an iPad and he's slipping on a slushy, I'm assuming.
Exactly.
All right.
A blushy.
You don't know.
It's red looking. You don't know if it's blood.
It's tiger's blood, with the-
As you make your way in, you see the butler at the front kind of look in confusion and then look back up and not say a damn thing. But as you guys kind of mingle this party, I don't know how long you choose to stay, and eventually, let me explain this house a little bit better. So, in front of you, immediately as you open the doors, you have a grand opening, or a reception chamber, if you will, with two staircases immediately leading upstairs, with an overlook in between them, looking back down on this foyer area. Off to both sides of this big chamber, or this big room, you see two bars, so one serving food, one serving alcoholic drinks. And that's kind of all you see right now. Off to the right is another doorway where you see some more people. You actually see a steady stream of guests wandering in and out. And you think that might be where some more people are. Off to the left is a shut door where no one seems to be going into. Who would be the first to the room? Just kind of give me an order of how you all would arrive to the room.
Well, I think that as the surveillance person of the group, I would probably wait until at least one or two other people went to the room. I would not be the first.
Are you waiting upstairs then?
Good question. I suspect I would probably wait near the base of the stairs. Like, is there any reason to go upstairs other than for this thing, or is the party upstairs
You
too?
see some people up there too, talking and drinking champagne.
Oh, well, then sure, I'd wait upstairs.
Yeah, so as you get upstairs, you see off to your left looks like 3 different bedrooms. Off to your right, kind of in the farther corner, you see what appears to be a pretty big room. And then immediately to your right, you see a set of tables where some people are sitting and drinking. And then as you come up and crest these stairs, you see it's a very nice old wooden house with rich red carpets and a chandelier dangling. And at the overlook, you see some people chatting and talking, looking at people coming in. But there only appears to be 1 room to the right and 3 rooms to the left. But you're just kind of, are you mingling with the crowd? Are you standing off in a shadowy corner? How are you? Are you trying to hide?
No, I think what I'll do is set up my disguised camera to look at the door.
Okay.
And then I can kind of like remotely check that, if you will, from time to time whilst speaking to the crowd.
Who gave him a fucking camera?
Fucking nerd.
Easy enough. Yeah, you do that. All right, you have that all set up. You were the first to arrive, so that did give you plenty of time. Who is first in the room?
I can be first in the room. I think he would just like head straight there.
Okay. Head straight there. You see on your monitor a little boy walk into the room with an iPad and a slushie and shut the door behind him. Colton, in this room, you see a richly green room. There's a green bedspread on the bed with kind of like the silk curtains. Those are also a deep green with windows. One of them appears to be looking out into the backyard where there seems to be more of a party and a fountain and outside stuff going on. Other things in this room, you notice a drawer, a dresser, and you see... no, that's it. That's going to be all that you see in this room.
Okay. He just kind of like sits down and goes back onto his iPad.
All right.
I would have seen a little kid wandering around and like followed him to make sure he was okay.
You see him go into the room, and there appears to be only 1 room up here.
Well, I'm going to
Go in as
there.
well?
Yeah.
You see shortly following this little kid, Elvis, you see a sharp-looking gal in a business a suit, and you wander in. Clayton.
Colton. Different vampire, Tristan.
Sorry, this is from our D&D game. You, as you sit in there on your iPad, you hear the door creak open.
Hi.
What's up?
Are you lost?
No.
Okay. Do you want a cookie?
Can I eat those?
You can lick the frosting off.
No, I'm okay.
Okay.
And I'll go back to sipping on his slushy.
She'll stand there awkwardly and start compulsively licking frosting.
It's your coping mechanism.
Yes.
So you see this gal licking frosting and huffing the champagne, not doing anything with it. Are you getting in there next, Jerry?
Yes. He's going to walk in immediately, like he's purposeful when he steps in, immediately stops, looks at a child, and then this woman licking frosting in the corner and go, "Do I have the wrong room?"
I don't know. Hi. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. What is that?
It's cookies. It's coagulated blood for frosting. So we can at least lick the frosting off.
And then before you like finish, he just stretches out a finger to like get the frosting off and then taste it. Do you have a business card?
She lights up. Her brown eyes go so warm. Yes. Oh, just a second. And she digs in her purse and she pulls out. It's got like fangs on it. She's got a set for humans and a set for vampires. And she gives you a business card. It says Becky's Baked Goods.
Thank you. I will be in touch soon. And then he just walks away and just sits on a chair.
This made Becky's whole night.
Oh, and it's about to get ruined. So,
oh no.
Well, I at first, watching the small child and then an apparent baker with some real issues, I thought maybe I had the wrong place or the wrong room. But now, having watched the young man walk in after, I was joking.
Okay.
The incredibly old, grotesque man that I'm thinking.
Okay.
You disgusting.
You guys
moldery,
slimy,
fetid,
wrinkly.
Fetish? No.
Fetish.
I thought I saw a stink cloud coming off of him. No, I'm kidding. Anyways, so then I'm like, okay, maybe that guy's a vampire, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Okay. And so I grab my camera and I head into the room also.
As you head into the room, we're going to take this brief moment. If each of you want to describe what type of vampire you are, as we are now revealing that you all are vampires, and kind of what your base premise is as that kind of type of vampire, and what we as humans would see. And it can be it can be like a one-sentence thing if that's all you got. Otherwise...
Sure. I didn't actually describe what I look like earlier since I started at the front door, so let me do that. So I am, my clan is Maquette.
Now, I want our viewers to remember, we base off of World of Darkness. We are not following these rules exactly. So if we get a few things wrong, oh well.
I don't follow them at all.
I didn't read the book at all. Okay, so anyways, in my... I can't pronounce my bloodline, but it's the guys that follow Set, the Egyptian god. Anyhow, so yeah, what you see is a tall... you can't tell that he's muscular, but, broad-chested man walk into the room, and he is the epitome of early 2000s goth scene. He is wearing the full-length leather duster. He has the super awesome goth boots on. What does that look?
You stole my soda.
Hilarious. Anyways, I was in the middle of my description.
Yeah.
And his so a full-length leather duster, and then what appears to be some sort of maybe armor underneath it, some sort of like polymer-based armor, and his long black flowing hair tied in a ponytail behind him. Oh. And his name is Illuvius.
He's a fucking trope of a vampire.
Yes, I am.
But you love him anyway.
I had very little notice that I was doing this.
Okay. Basically, I'm a Toreador, and they're always artists, and her art is baking. That's what she loves. So it's kind of horrible that she can't eat. She's like trapped in a hell of someone else's making because she can't eat anything but blood now. So she's done a lot of experimenting, clearly. But she's awkward and cute and mixed race. Yeah.
As it was previously stated, my character would not be found on Hottest Men in America list or anything. I am a Nosferatu clan, which is, you can kind of assume what those look like, but mine specifically is an extremely lanky, tall individual with long since grayed hair that goes down to probably past his shoulders. He is just, if you've ever seen What We Do in the Shadows, he kind of looks like Doug Jones's character. So extremely creepy crawly. But he does not, he kind of rejects that and tries to make up for it in his clothing choices. So
okay.
Colton looks to be about 6 years old.
6?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm a child.
it's tragic.
Anyway, he's a Malkavian. And from what I've read, they're just kind of fucked up and insane. And they can do some cool magic shit. So I'm going to do some cool magic shit.
Well, let's not over advertise.
All right, as you all are last here, and you all four are here, kind of, I'm assuming it's kind of a weird standoff point of looking at other vampires who you know aren't in your clans, but are clearly other vampires, and more curious why your prince requested you here. When you all hear a knock at the door.
Who is it?
Becky will just go and open the door.
Standing before you, you see a really hunched over man. If he stood up, he'd probably be about 6 foot, but he's looking maybe 4.5 feet with how much he has a hunch to him. You see kind of a gnarled face filled with a bunch of moles and a longish kind of grotesque nose that all kind of seems to come to a point. You would recognize this as another Nosferatu.
Ah, fuck. No, I'm kidding.
And he is also wearing kind of a, not as extravagant as yours, but he's wearing a longer coat that, because he's leaning forward, almost seems to drag on the ground, with a just a nice all black coat. And with him, next to him, he has a briefcase. As he makes his way in, he shuts the door and he kind of looks up at you guys, squinting one of his eyes, and he looks at each of you. All right. You all have been sent here by your princes. My name is Eskith Crates.
Say that again.
My name. Hold on. Let me.
Sorry, that was Tristan looking. Eskith Crates. Eskith Crates.
What's the nationality on that? Where'd you get that name?
I made it up. I made up almost all of these names.
From Tristan Land.
And he actually turns to you, and he kind of gives a bow. It's an honor to meet you.
Would I, with my friends of the underground, recognize this individual?
Yes. You have a baseline. When he says crates, you recognize it. You know, each vampire clan kind of doesn't mingle. And when it does, it generally leads to territory fights and things of that manner. So they've developed a system that allow them to communicate with each other, and Crates is one of those individuals that helps clans talk, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So, yes.
Okay. After he bows, he goes, likewise, sir.
And I was told, and you see him pull out a slip of paper. I was to collect an iPad from Colton.
Damn it.
All right, hand that over, son.
He trudges over and hands the iPad over.
Thank you. And then he goes over to the desk, kind of where you were sitting, where Gary was sitting, and he sets his briefcase
Gary
down.
with a G, in case people got confused.
Yeah, in case people mix that up. And he flicks open his briefcase, he puts the iPad in there, and he pulls out a piece of a folder, a manila folder, and he turns around and says, right, well, let's get straight to the point. Each of you have been selected by your princes to complete a rather dangerous task. One that will progress vampires forward, overruling the modern world. Now, it is very dangerous, and it has only been tried once, and they all died. So, hopefully you all will do better, but because of them, we got some valuable information. And you see him first pull out a picture of what appears to be an onyx black vial with a gold trim on the edges of it and a gold stopper. This is what you will be retrieving tonight, but it's not here. It's at a separate location. Here, you will be meeting an individual. Sorry, my apologies, not meeting. Getting a blood sample of an individual named High Mage Edvin Grames. You will need his blood to access his vault. He is a mage, so careful on that front.
Do we know what kind of mage?
Old and powerful. We don't know the specific type.
Like Dumbledore.
I don't know who that is, but okay. And there are 2 other things you can get that will help tonight. From his assistant, Mabel Lewine, there is a key card. And from his butler, Osborne Hurley, you could get a PIN code. But what is absolutely needed is his blood. Not a lot. And he pulls out a little vial that maybe has about an ounce of room in it. Enough to fill this. Should be enough. Now, this party ends in 3 hours. So you need to not only get this, but go to the secondary location, break in, and get this vial.
Okay, so just to reiterate, Becky gets like a notepad out of her purse. Okay, we need the mage's blood, and we can get a key code.
A key card and a PIN code.
A key card and a PIN code.
Those will just help you get through the first few things.
And they can be got from the butler?
The butler has the PIN code. His assistant has the key card.
Okay, wait, a butler has an assistant?
No. High Mage, Edvin Graves, his assistant, has the key card.
So he has an assistant and a butler.
Yes, he's a pretentious one.
Mr. Crates, why is this news just coming out now to me?
It was determined by your princes that the information should only be shared when it was necessary.
Thank you. That would be noted for later.
Other than that, it is recommended that you don't slaughter people here because there are other hunters and mages here. So be careful, but you can kill a few. Other than that, keep the masquerade up. I will be leaving shortly, and it will be up into your hands. The time is now midnight. You have until 3. Good luck. And he starts to pack up his briefcase and head to the door.
Okay,
and leave.
oh gosh, how are we gonna do this? This is fine.
Well, simply we just get the blood. I don't see why there's a big issue with this.
No. He said a key card and a PIN code would be helpful. So I think that that's a good choice to do as well. Am I wrong?
All right. So I think that what we'll need to do is divide ourselves into groups and go after each one separately.
I don't know that that's a great idea.
Oh, no, I kind of divide and conquer.
We are very short on time.
Okay. Are they all in the building with us right now?
He seemed to indicate as such, yes.
I think we all met the butler.
Champagne!
That was a butler.
I could go for a refill right now if we want to go down there.
Okay. That's a good plan. Anyone else? Should we talk about our skills or anything, or should we just jump in? I'm sorry. I babble when I'm nervous.
I'm sorry, how old are you?
10 and a half. How old are you?
You can't drink, can you?
Do you know the dinosaurs?
What the fuck?
Dinosaurs are fun, huh?
Yeah.
Dinosaurs? Do I know the dinosaurs? Is this child stupid?
No, he's just a kid.
I'm actually really smart.
Okay, so we're getting off track.
One of us knows what dinosaurs are.
So, okay, right. So somebody has to get the blood, somebody needs to get the key card, and somebody needs to get the PIN code.
I vote that we all do the blood task at least if he is as dangerous as everything seems to intimate.
Dumbledore's pretty dangerous.
He did say the blood was
saying
required.
Dumbledore.
The blood was required. The other 2 are optional and helpful.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Okay.
I have a guy who's capable probably of retrieving a PIN code.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Should we... Do you still want to divide and conquer 2 and 2? One group to the assistant, one to the butler?
We do not need to divide and conquer, but what information do we specifically thank you need from the butler?
We need the PIN code from the butler.
I thought he had the key card.
Fuck! God
No.
No. Is Colton just being a little shit right now, or is it Creed being a little shit?
Is it both?
Actually, I thought that was it too. So
Yeah,
hold
I
on.
thought the butler
okay.
had the key card.
The
and
maid has the key card. The butler.
There's a maid?
There's a maid?
What? Fucking.
None of us know what's going on.
The assistant has the key card. The butler has the pin.
Do we need the
The
fucking
maid
cork
is
board?
just for funsies.
Okay.
I'll go
Tristan,
after the
find out.
maid.
Wait, guys, do we need the fucking cork board?
Okay.
For the one shot.
No, I've got it.
Okay,
written
so
down.
the butler has
The pin code.
pin code. Is it in his mind or on his person?
One way to find out.
Can anyone read minds?
No.
No, but I can read his. Wait, that's not my accent.
It's my accent.
Hold on. No, but I can read his cell phone.
Okay, that's worth a shot. Do we just jump in? Are we doing this? Oh God.
You need his cell phone, correct?
I intend to get a refill on champagne and then scan his phone while he's serving me.
Little child, have you ever pickpocketed before?
Yeah.
I say we use the child.
I don't agree with that whole sentence as a rule, but in this time, if he wants to, sure.
Are you making sure the child is consenting to?
Yes.
Okay, child, do you consent? You don't have a choice, but do you consent?
Sure. I'll steal shit.
No one clip that.
Yeah, but you don't have a choice. But do you consent?
I have champagne left in my glass. I say, I do a little trip and, a distraction, I guess you could say.
I could do a distraction.
Shall we both distract, Becky?
I can run into you.
You can, I like this idea. Yes. Do you want to incorporate frosting in any way?
Yes.
Yes.
You fall face first into my cookie.
Yes. Yes. And?
Well,
The fuck was that?
Do you actually have larceny?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do.
we're just going to throw
Cool.
a child at him. It's
Well, no.
fine.
Okay, yeah. No, but no, this makes sense though. So they're gonna distract. You'll steal the phone, and then I'll scan it.
Swag.
Okay. I do want to tell you guys, you don't know if that butler you saw is the one he was referring to. But if you still want to go for it, go
At this
for
do we
point-
know whose house this is?
it. Nope.
Okay. This is going to have to be out of character because Becky would just nervously ramble. Reconnaissance. I think Becky's going to go and talk to people and try and figure out more information about the location we're at and then see if anyone knows. What is the name of the mage?
High Mage Edvin Grames. Graemes.
Edvin?
Edvin, Edvin.
Grames.
Graemes.
Okay. All right. So maybe we should split up at this point. If you guys want to still do the butler thing, you can. I'm going to try and get intel about Edvin Grames. Is that okay?
Well, before we do that, I think what I'll do is pull out my Wi-Fi sniffer and my laptop and try to get onto.
It's just a dog he keeps in his pocket and sniffs out Wi-Fi.
Well, thanks for ruining it. God. No.
Jimmy's in the well. No, Wi-Fi's nearby.
Are you done?
Yeah,
Mark,
no,
are you
thanks
sure?
for giving me time for goofs.
Yeah. You're welcome. You're good. Yeah. So I'll pull out my Wi-Fi sniffer and I'll try to get onto like the house's Wi-Fi network.
Sure, you do see a Wi-Fi network. There's only one. It's locked. So go ahead and roll to get into that Wi-Fi network for me.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Does the Wi-Fi consent?
Oh, Mark's not even answering that. Oh,
Whoa,
Mark.
Whoa, red alert.
What?
You're nothing. They're being assholes.
I'm not being an asshole.
A quick question: if I have a 2-resource laptop, is that a +2 equipment bonus, or is it only a +1?
We're gonna say it's a +2.
Perfect.
Yeah, don't look at me. I ain't the storyteller.
I succeeded.
One time.
Yeah, that's all. That's all you need, right?
So there.
bar.
You get one bar.
There appears you can. You're savvy enough with technology to know you can connect to the Wi-Fi, but you realize there are other connection points here that you're unable to get past. So there seems to be like a broad coverage of Wi-Fi, and you were able to get access to the internet. Anything more than that, that's going to require a higher or different roll.
Okay. Can I try again, or is that like my one shot?
we're gonna let it set for a little bit.
Sure.
You know that if you try too many times, especially this level of encryption, it might draw attention. So you might want to give it some time to breathe.
When we walked in, could we get a rough estimate of how many butlers were down there?
Yeah, so immediately you saw a butler in each of the bars. You saw a butler serving you, and you saw another one wandering around.
Okay. There's quite a few butlers, so my idea is that we throw child at them, all of them. Like 5 times, you think? Yes?
No, we don't throw. No,
No, we don't not physically throw child, but we just
You can physically throw me.
no.
He consented.
Can I? I'm gonna go question some people. I'll be right back. I'll be like, give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Can I go manipulation, persuasion in crowds and figure out?
Sure. So immediately stepping out, you have some people upstairs. There's to your left a sitting area where there's about 4 or 5 people. There's about 3 people on the balcony, and then there is a plethora of people below. Where are you going?
From what I know about power dynamics, people with the most power will tend to want to be above. So that is where I'm gonna start.
At that plateau with 3 different people? Absolutely. Yeah, you are, go ahead and roll and kind of give me a little bit of flavor of what you're doing.
Okay. She's gonna take out her box of cookies, sniff her champagne again for a little bolster. And then, she's going to go with a friendly smile and introduce herself, and then offer some of her cookies that she brought that are like regular for human consumption cookies with the regular business card on the lid of the box. Like she's doing free advertising kind of thing. Okay. Can I roll? 3.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you come, you see a girl with curly black hair and brown eyes. You see a gentleman with brown hair and blue eyes, and then another gentleman with blonde hair and brown eyes. And as you kind of come up to them, you see one of them glances at you and then just looks back over the crowd while the other 2 kind of turn to you because you had just interrupted their conversation. And they go,
I'll apologize, of course. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Would anyone like a cookie? I just thought this would be the quickest way to make friends.
You see the female kind of look at you and smile and sure, I'll try one. Were these? I didn't realize. And you see her turn to the gentleman with brown hair and blue eyes. I didn't realize they were providing these. And then looks back to you and takes a bite out of it, and you see she was expecting to like put on a fake smile, and then it like kind of bleeds through into a real one of like,
yay!
oh wow, these are really good.
Becky doesn't even care about the blood. She's just happy someone likes her cookies.
What was your name?
I'm Becky.
Sarah, nice to meet you.
Sarah, nice to meet you. I'm so glad you like them.
Yes, well, what can we do for you, Becky? We were having a bit of a private conversation.
Who's that?
Sarah.
That is Sarah?
Yeah.
Oh, I apologize. I don't know many people here, so I was just trying to, make friends maybe.
Well, there are quite a few people here. How did you get here? It is invitation only, and if you don't know a lot of people, I'm prying too much. Yes, my name is Sarah. Sarah Hurley. This over here is Hilbert and James. And you see
Hurley. Where's Hurley? Hurley was a name.
Sarah Hurley is her name.
Is it? Yes. No, but you said Hurley earlier.
Yes.
Is that the assistant?
Osborne Hurley.
Hurley is the butler. Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Sorry, I am going to take notes.
You're all good.
Okay. Sarah Hurley. Oh, goodness. I think I have heard the name Hurley somewhere, but my mind is a sieve when I have cookies in my hand.
Oh, well, you probably recognize my brother. Osborne Hurley?
That does sound familiar.
Yes, he is the butler to CEO of Graham's.
Oh my goodness, that is very impressive. Oh wow, you must be so proud.
Of him, yeah, absolutely. And well, I mean, if his boss can afford a place like this, he certainly knows how to throw a good party, but...
Yes, I was so intimidated coming in here.
Absolutely. But Osborne invited me and wanted me to meet some of his coworkers, and she kind of looks at the other 2. Mr. Hilbert Red here is one of his employees, but there's so many connections to be made here.
Hilbert Red?
Hilbert Red.
Okay. Hilbert, Mr. Red, is
Yes.
nice to meet you.
And
Would you like a
he
cookie?
was the one who kind of looked at you and then glanced back over the party. As you offer him a cookie, he looks back at you. You did roll a 3. And he'll just kind of stick his hand out without saying anything.
She'll give him one.
He'll take it. He'll bite it. And kind of look at you and gesture towards you.
Can I look at their auras, please?
Yeah. So what is the fuck does that mean?
So Auspex is one of her disciplines, and that means that she can look at, she has an ability where she can look at auras. And it's your discretion how much you want to reveal, but it can be like their primary emotion that they're feeling at the time, any supernatural type that they are, or what kind of person
How many
they
dots
are.
do you have in it?
I have 2.
Okay. Sarah and James, human. You see Hilbert has a bit of, he's human plus, if you will, and you have come to recognize his sense as a hunter.
Run.
And he's kind of looking at you, takes a bite of the cookie, gestures towards you with it, and turns back over there.
Did he like it though?
You've no idea.
No, but does his aura say that he likes it? That's the whole reason that she learned how to do auras.
Roll for it. Roll to see if you can. His aura is so thick.
Oh my god. I just want to know if he liked the cookie okay. Oh, I only got 1.
Yeah, he likes a cookie.
Yay! Okay, well, I will leave you to it. Sorry for interrupting again, but it was so nice to meet you. Hilbert, James, and Sarah. Yes?
Yes.
Here's my business card, and she'll pass those out.
Sarah's the only one that takes it. Thank you. And then she'll see they will turn back into their conversation.
I'm going to go and tell you guys what I learned, and I'm also going to say, okay, so I think the easiest way to figure out who Osborne is, because I met his sister, is like if one of us go up there and we yell like Osborne and then see where she turns to look or something.
Wait, I'm sorry. Gabby is confused.
So Osborne's her brother. So if we try to follow her eyes, because I don't want to make her suspicious by asking like, where's your brother? So if we like holler it or something, or the one of us, another person of us goes up and asks or something like that, because I don't want to destroy, since I built a kind of a relationship.
Yes, I see. Since they are siblings, do you think that they might share characteristics that are defining?
That is a very smart assumption.
And also, if he is CEO Butler or whatever, maybe there is a distinguishing factor with him amongst other butlers. Or maybe the security around him if he is so important.
Mark and Gabby, roll a history check for me. So like intelligence, and you could argue politics or academics.
Also, Hilbert's a douchebag, and he, well, I shouldn't say that. That's not very nice. He was very closed off, but he's also a hunter, so just be super careful.
Douchebag.
Just 1.
2.
You two recognize Graham's is a company that has been around for a while. They kind of have their fingers in a little bit of everything, from technology to
It's an Amazon.
history to, and more specifically, Mark, your character has some technology, and it's very good technology that they have, and you have some of their technology. But you would know this name popped up. Well, this name was actually around even when you were.
What? In 600 AD Germany?
It wasn't a true company, but you had heard the Grahams in marketplaces and things like that.
Oh, shit, okay. So with that, that they're pretty old, is there any newspaper clipping that I would have seen or something of him and his butler?
Him and his butler? With a 1, you could have seen a few of him, but
Not enough to distinguish him
No.
out? Okay.
Okay, so with a 2, I do a Google image search on my cell phone. Not
Yeah.
connected to the house's Wi-Fi, my cell phone.
you disconnected off that. Okay.
Well, no, the laptop is connected.
Okay.
But, just for operational security purposes, the cell phone is just on cell signal.
You are able to pull up an image of Mr. Edvin Graham's, and you see a man who, it looks like he appears to be of a tanned skin, like His skin is leathery almost, even through the picture. But you see kind of white curly beard hair with kind of salt and pepper fading hair. He's wearing glasses and he has these sharp blue eyes that is piercing through the screen as he smiles in front of a new skyscraper he had just opened 2 years ago.
And remind me again, who's this fellow? This is the mage?
High Mage Edvin Grain.
Okay. Excellent.
That sucks that your skin is so texturized that you can see it through a picture.
Well, but like, when you've seen pictures of people who are like, oh, that skin just looks leathery.
I often look at people.
Okay, all right.
Very skin.
This is descriptors for our audience. Shut the fuck up.
I love it.
Don't judge me.
If I pull up a Google search and I start like waving my finger across the skin, can I feel it? Can I feel his skin?
You feel it through the screen. No. But while while Becky has given you that information, what are you guys up to?
Well, so I share my my search results, if you will, with everyone. So now they all know what this dude looks like
Absolutely.
and can spot him at the party. I would suggest that those of you with the people skills go find where he is at and see who talks to him.
Can I do that?
Who all? Is it just you that is going?
So that's the high mage. I can go look for Osborne.
Okay.
Osborne?
Was the picture that was of Osborne? It wasn't.
It was of High Mage.
It was of the High Mage. Okay. I want to see if there's any way I can find the butler.
Online or just here?
No, here.
Sure. All right. So Butler, High Mage. What are you doing, Mark?
Well, am I able to try to hack into the network again?
We'll come back to you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to start with the Butler, and then we'll bounce to High Mage, and then we'll bounce to Internet. So you all kind of branch off, Jerry and not Clayton, Colton. And then off of one direction. Where all are you guys trying to go to figure out where Osborne is?
Well, from the descriptor that Becky gave, as we exit the room, I went to take a note of the lady's appearance.
Absolutely, yeah.
And write that down in my little old brain. And then from the vantage point that we have we're overlooking the entirety of the party, right?
Mm-hmm. No. You're looking, so there's a foyer, and then as you were in that room, you also saw there was some of the party outside, and looks maybe a couple of rooms below you that people walk through to get outside into the front.
Okay.
So this party's kind of all over this house. There are some people up here too.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a bit harder to find the butler through that. So can I pinpoint any guest that is like weaving through like the I don't know what you call them, like the butterflies, the people that go from like, they know so many people that they're going from boo, 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 boo to different groups.
Yes, you are able to. You see a man of darker complexion with black hair and blue eyes as he is talking with one group, and then he waves over to another and starts walking underneath you towards the backyard. But you actually see, he was interacting with a few different people.
Okay, so I have my target, and I turn to the child. What are you doing?
I was going to go ask where Oswald was.
Straight
Oswald.
up? So,
Yeah?
Oswald is.
Oswald is a rabbit.
Oswald is also the Green Goblin.
Okay, this is true.
Who am I asking for?
Osborne.
Osborne. That's
Hurley.
right. Osborne.
I thought that was a character choice, but I gave you too much credit.
I'm method acting.
All right.
I believed him. I thought it was a...
So you are just, who are you going to go ask?
Probably Sarah.
Okay, you head out. As you begin to head downstairs tracking your target, you head straight over to Sarah. You see her. Do you go and tug her leg, or do you straight up just ask? Or is there are you trying to do the child routine, or how are you trying? Are you just going to go?
I just kind of walk up and look like I'm lost, I guess.
You see Sarah turn and kind of clock you and turn her eyes. And she actually walks away from the other two, who kind of do a quick glance and then look back into their conversation. Hello, young man. Where are you going tonight? Who are you here with?
I'm looking for Osborne.
Oh, may I ask why?
I was told he'd be in charge of me.
Okay. Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay. 5.
Holy shit! Yeah. You see her kind of. Well, I guess his capacity ranges farther than I thought, including dealing with children. And she'll kind of stand up and reach her hand out, like, take my hand. I will try to help you find him.
Okay.
So she takes your hand and begins heading down the stairs. And she immediately goes over to one of just a butler and is like, hello, could you take me over to Oswald, please?
Osborne.
Oh, my
Oh my God.
Are we sure it's Osborne? I'm hearing a lot of mixed
You
signals.
you see her go over to one of the butlers and say, could you take me to Osborne, please? And you see the butler kind of recognize her and nod his head and begin wandering back somewhere. And she follows closely. You see the butler pick up a radio and kind of ask over the radio, this is Terry looking for Oswald. Oswald, fuck me. This is Terry looking for Osborne. You hear murmur over the radio, and he goes, he is in the kitchen, if you will follow me, madame. And you actually go through the door on the left, not where all the crowds are, where the crowd is funneling through down. So you go back down the stairs. And again, if we were looking at the stairs from the front room, there's a room, open room off to the right where people seem to be flowing in and out. And off to the left is a room with a door shut. You actually go through there. And as you enter in there, you see a long table and what appears to be a very grand dining room. Okay. And he walks you straight through that to a door on the opposite side.
While we're walking there, can I see any of my party members?
No, you are in a room where no one is.
No, like walking into the room. Because I assume we're going through the crowd
I'm meandering around
to get there. So like while we're on the way.
No, so he took you to a place. So, okay, if we're looking at the front room or the entrance room, all the people are funneling in the right rooms. He took you to the left room where there was a door.
Yeah.
And there's
before
Before-
from Sarah to like this whole endeavor.
You can see Jerry and Becky. Kind of Jerry's making his way down, and you see Becky also.
I will be keeping an eye on Colton.
I'll make eye contact with whoever I can and smile.
Becky, you see him smile as he goes into a room where the door
Oh, God.
shuts behind him.
Oh, God. She stands and frets for a good 10 seconds.
But it is a grand dining room. There seems to be windows appearing out to the side of the house. This isn't pointing to the backyard, but it's a beautiful looking view with what appears to be a lake in the distance with pictures. And you see after, the fuck is Mark's character?
Eluvius.
Elvis showed you.
Elvis.
You realize one of these pictures is almost a full portrait of him in like what it looks to be almost like a king's robe, like the old
Jesus.
royalty style.
So pretentious.
And as he takes you through the other side, he opens a door on the far end and takes you in, and you immediately see servants and chefs and people walking in and out as you realize you are in the kitchen. As you see, it's a small little area. So you came in one door. Directly across from you, maybe 10 feet, is another door. And leading off to your right is another door that you see standing in front of it, a gentleman in a full suit with a purple tie. And as he steps forward, he goes, Sarah, what... you may go back to your station, Terry. Thank you. Sarah, what can I do for you? And you see Sarah kind of... Well, this young gentleman here said he was under your supervision, so I'm just going to leave you two to it and get back to the party. And you see Osborne kind of look down at you, furrow his eyebrow, and go, all right, Sarah, I will see you later. And as she leaves, he goes, young man, what is your name?
I'm Colton.
Colton, nice to meet you. I'm Osborne. Who are you here with? As you see a servant enter into the kitchen and come back out with a full tray of food.
You.
I'm sorry?
I was told to find you.
Who told you this?
Some guy.
All right. Well, I'm afraid. And you see it kind of like looks really confused, not knowing what to do as he's... Give me 1 second. And he pulls out his phone and he starts typing a number into it. And he holds it up into his face. And he looks down at you and he goes, yes, Mr. Grames, did you invite and he looks at you, 6-year-old to your party? Right away, sir. Yes, sir. And you see the phone hangs up and he slips it back into his pocket. Young man, if you will come with me into the dining room, we will wait for just a second.
Oh,
Okay.
Roll a new character.
All right.
Eh.
All right. So, where we are, Osborne has pulled you back into that dining room.
Cool.
You are currently following the black hair, blue eyes individual. You are going
I'm looking for Edvin.
the high mage, and Mark is going to try to get into the Wi-Fi. Really fast, we will jump back to Mark, have you do those rolls before we bounce to you, Gabby.
Great.
So go ahead, roll that again. Yep, same roll as last time.
I'm going to burn a willpower.
Oh, all
Already?
right.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it's a one shot, and also I kind of need to, like, succeed at this.
You must succeed at everything, Mark.
Well, because otherwise, you're going to have to do social checks to, like, interact with people, and nobody wants that.
I do.
You or us?
Yes.
I am a social. Okay.
I rolled 11 dice, and I had 0 successes.
You actually, you are successful. You are able to get into the system, and then you realize they let you in and immediately backtraced it to you and then kicked you out.
Cool. I turn off the laptop
Okay.
and put that away.
Coming for you.
Oh, you can't geolocate me in the house.
But you realize you were seen, let in, and then kicked back out.
Yeah.
Okay. So just making sure you understand that.
Yeah.
You're going to
Yeah, I
bounce,
understand how bad you failed.
Very badly.
bounce over to Gabby.
I have a question. Was it like a mistake that they let him in, or was it a message?
You would know they, after what they did, they probably did it on purpose. So you would assume they were aware of it, let you in on purpose, and then might have done something you don't know.
I say you.
Sorry,
shoot the
man. That
computer.
was 0 successes.
Yeah, totally reasonable.
So you follow this individual. You actually see him as he takes you through this, or you're following him through this right side. You realize there is a lot more seating area here, some more tables, some more chairs. They're almost 2 different rooms divided with like a mini divider, kind of about waist level. So that way it gives the appearance of 2 rooms, even though it's kind of just one big open room. And as you weave through that, there's another open doorway to where you stand. You can see out to the right, you see out back where there is more people, and off to the left, you realize are some restrooms with a little divider to allow people some privacy as they're waiting for the restroom.
Okay.
You see him weaving his way through this crowd of people, shaking some people's hand, grabbing someone by their shoulder, and kind of laughing with them as he makes his way outside. Is there a specific point you want to try to catch him at, inside, outside?
If he goes outside, what is he doing?
You see him making his way. So as you look outside, you see there is a pathway to a fountain in the middle. There are 2 additional pathways, almost making a T shape. That then go up to the very back of the yard, completing a semicircle up top, so a singular pathway into a semicircle. And you see at the very back of that semicircle is a gazebo overlooking the yard with the people. He's on the path right now, not in a hurry or anything, just talking with some people, but meandering his way to that gazebo.
Okay, yeah, I'll get him in the point where he is not talking to anyone.
Absolutely, yeah. So you stumble into him.
Yeah, I just want to like tap him on the.
Oh, there we are. So it was being funky. All right. So you tap him on the shoulder at a point. So there's a stretch of people, maybe about 10 feet where there isn't anybody, where you catch up to him. You see this gentleman with black hair, kind of almost not greased back, but they have a natural lean towards the back with these blue eyes as he turns to look at you. He is wearing an olive green suit with kind of a faded yellow tie and a light blue undershirt as he looks at you and hello. You see this man is of darker complexion with
Okay, Tristan, when you're saying darker complexion,
this man is African American.
okay, just
Sorry, the other one was super tanned and leathery. This one is African American in his complexion. You see on his fingers he has a couple of rings, and he is wearing a necklace.
okay. I am so sorry to intrude, but you just look so familiar.
It is no problem at all. Messer, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Of course, he's fucking Russian.
And this fucking
French?
German?
Tristan's just doing an accent. Go with it.
okay.
He said monsieur.
Messer.
Monsieur.
There.
I don't know that one.
Well, he's from a Renaissance festival, obviously.
Oh, yeah, he came straight from.
What may I do for you?
I just wanted to see what's your name.
Darnell is my first name. Messer is my last. It is. And yours?
Messeris.
That's his name.
Oh my God. My name is Grafin First Friedrich Wilhelm Sachsen Hildenberg Hause. But you can call me Jerry.
You see him like kind of blink back like the fuck of a word train just hit me.
I would just like to point out that Gabby has her cell phone out. And
Stop! I wasn't gonna memorize it.
The notes app open, and that name is 3 lines long.
It's because it's the title. The title is Grafin First Friedrich Wilhelm Sachsen Hildburghausen.
Gabby's also blind, so she has to have it as big as possible.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons.
Well, Jerry, you said I could say.
Yes, it is more conventional, as you would say.
There's a lovely long name, but I think I will stick with Jerry. What were you needing?
Huh?
What were you needing?
Who invited you? Why are you here? There's something about your face that is intriguing.
I am friends with the host of the party.
With
Grames.
Grames. With Grames.
Him exactly.
Oh, that's so nice. I'm so sorry. I know Grames as well. I just wanted to.
Then you've probably seen me around his new build.
Exactly. That is probably why. But his butler, I have something for him and I can't find him.
Osborne?
Yes.
Well, I believe he's running the circus in the kitchen, should you need him. I actually have to go speak with Mr. Grames.
Oh.
Care to join me?
Tristan, are you going to make me roll?
Yes. Roll. Yeah, go ahead and just make a persuasion check.
Okay. Fuck. Nada.
Nothing?
Nothing out of a 6 pool.
Okay, then I'm actually going to have to. Well, I'm actually visiting with Mr. Grames now, so I will have to leave you here.
Yes, thank you for telling me the location. It is imperative that I meet him tonight, so thank you so much.
And you see he kind of like stops and look at you. And you see him kind of slowly blink and the smile grow across his face. Well, have a good rest of your evening. And he turns around and walks towards the gazebo.
Jerry's gonna go, fuck.
All right, Jerry's cursing in the courtyard. What is Becky doing?
Well, Becky was looking for Grames, but then she got sidetracked by watching this small child get taken into.
So you probably also saw the child get taken, panicked for a second, and then kind of started probably making your way outside and saw that interaction with Jerry. If you wanted to see that, I will let you. Otherwise, I don't know. What were you planning on doing?
Oh gosh. I mean, yeah, I'll watch the interaction.
Okay.
And then I'm going to follow where he's going.
Oh, okay. So, Jerry, you see walking past you is Becky, as she is also seeming to head towards the gazebo. Do you stop and talk, or do you just let her pass?
Becky, I fucked up bad. I fucked up so bad.
I know. I saw. Here, have a cookie.
Thank you so much. This is the right time. If any time, it is now. And he's just go. You guys needed a visual on that.
Please never do that into a microphone again.
I take it close to my mouth, and my long forked tongue just goes crazy.
All right.
Oh my.
As you make your way, you see this individual reach there first, and you see, standing in this gazebo, you see what appears to be High Mage Edvin Grames. You see a younger lady next to him, and she's kind of in a business suit as well, but this appears to be a functional business suit. And you see this gentleman pop up and begin talking with Mr. Grames. Do you go all the way up there, or do you stop? What is the plan?
No, she just wanted to see where they were at. And then once, I think she stands there and she has this box of cookies in her hands and she looks at the gazebo and she looks at the cookies and then she's like, oh no, I can't do this.
Aw.
She turns around and goes back. And now she's going to go try and find Colton.
Okay. Jumping back to Colton. You are in this room alone with Mr. Osborne.
Cool.
As he's just kind of like, please have a seat.
I'll sit. Is there a roll I can make to tell if he's human or supernatural?
I know you have an ability for it, Jessica.
Yes, I
what,
do.
What is it? Would that be occult or trying to figure out that role as vampires? We're going to say it's your blood potency dots and an occult dot roll, and this will be a higher roll, especially since this isn't your specialty. It'll be kind of a higher DC.
Cool. 3.
You don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
As she's kind of like looking at you curiously, and then kind of looks around the room. So, what was your name, son?
Colton. Can I have your phone?
Oh my God.
No.
I'm bored.
I'm sorry.
Oh no.
We will be helping with that boredom here in a moment. How did you get in here?
I walked
Just from town?
from the gate.
Who dropped you off?
I don't know.
Well, young man, I'm sorry, but you are not allowed to be here.
Okay.
We're going to be getting you a chauffeur back to town and hopefully back to your parents. I'm sure they're missing you right now. Yeah, so I think at that point, you see walking from the far side of the table where you initially came in from, you see two gentlemen in darker suits, kind of a bigger complexion. You realize this is probably security for the event as they are walking over to you.
Cool.
And as they get there, you see Osborne. Yes, this is young Mr. Colton. He accidentally stumbled his way into the party. We will be arranging for him to get back to town and then hopefully find his family from there. Think you gentlemen can handle it for me? You see them kind of nod, and he turns around. Well, it was wonderful to meet you, Colton. And he turns and heads back through the doors that led to the kitchen.
Cool.
You see these two gentlemen, kind of one of them gets down on his knee. Right, let's go ahead and get going now, son. We're going to go ahead and drive you back into town, okay?
I lean into him.
Okay.
There are 2 security guards, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I lean into him and I make eye contact. And I go, you want to fight the other guy?
Is this one of your magics?
It is.
Okay. Roll for it, please.
Cool. All right. It's a contested roll. Let's see. Yoink. 2.
Okay. Do I roll against it?
Yes.
What do I roll?
Resolve and their blood potency.
You see him. You see how does your magic look when it takes over an individual?
I imagine they just go glass-eyed. It's like hypnotism.
So you see he kind of goes, hypnotizes himself as he kind of straightens up, turns to the other gentleman, and you see the other dude kind of looking at him kind of funny as the gentleman you just hypnotized reaches into his coat pocket, pulls out what appears to be a silenced pistol, turn and fire it.
Nice.
And
I just leave.
that is where we are going to end the first episode.
The child can murder people with his mind.